Welcome back. You're still tuned into Midcap Radar on CNBC-TV18. Time for our second interaction on the show. Mankind Pharma reported mixed set of Q2 numbers. Revenue surged and there was an improvement in margins as well. Our company's Vice Chairman and Managing Director Rajeev Juneja is joining us now to discuss the numbers and talk about the business outlook as well. Mr. Juneja, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, I was looking at your revenue growth. In the quarter gone by, the revenues have gone up by 12%, but that was led by a higher growth coming in the export market. Your domestic growth has not been that impressive, around 7%. Can you talk to us about what led to this growth slowing down in this quarter, both the pharma and the consumer health segment, especially in the pharma segment, in both the acute and the chronic segments?
If you look around as a whole in the last couple of years, pharma industry has changed a lot. It's very dynamic in nature nowadays. During COVID time, the first 6 months, chronic was good. In second COVID time, it was acute was very, very good. Season is playing a very peculiar role. It is delayed nowadays. What used to happen in second quarter is happening even now, the third quarter. So it's all about seasonality. I mean, that's one reason things are a bit more different now. One reason. The second reason basically is that we still have 64%, 66% around from acute side versus pharma industry, which is around 63%. So we still depend upon the acute side more. But in last couple of years, as we have always talked about, that we have tilted towards chronic side. So chronic has really improved a lot. It was 33% last year for 6 months. It is 34% now. So this is one, and if I just add a bit more, I mean, the month we have just finished, October, the growth is 25%. So what can you say? We all depend upon seasonality. That's my take on this one.
Right. Hi, Rajeev. Good afternoon. Good to have you in. Nigel on this side. In the first quarter, you delivered double digit. Second quarter, you've given us reasons, seasonality and the likes. October, you're telling us is quite strong. So for the year, does pharma grow in double digits?
Absolutely. I mean, whatever projections we have given, we'll stick to that. We'll definitely achieve those because we always believe in long term. I mean, this is quarter by quarter is a bit, we don't really give this kind of projection. We're very confident we'll do it. As we said, double digit. If you ask about this profitability side, it's 24 to 26%.
Rajeev?
We always talk. Yeah.
Right. Rajeev, just wanted to focus on that then. So I think you've been guiding for high double-digit growth in the pharma space for the year. Will you be achieving that? And also, since you briefly mentioned about margins have been maintained around 25%. You can keep this up?
Yeah. We have given a projection of call for 24 to 26%. We'll stick to that. That's our call.
And pharma growth?
The pharma growth would be, in double digit.
Pharma growth will be in double digits. Okay. The segment that stood out was exports, definitely, as I mentioned earlier as well, 160% on a YY basis. Was that led by any one-offs? Was it a low base? And what is the sustainable rate that you're looking in terms of exports? Will that also become a bigger segment going forward?
Right from beginning, our stance basically is that whatever we'll export, it has to have some kind of a substance. It should be difficult to make. It should be complex, where we can command some kind of a respect and profitability. We still stick to that. If earlier it was one-off, but we have certain products which will keep giving us something. Hopefully, we'll have double-digit growth next year as well.
So the quarterly run rate?
Not to this level. Not to this level. Yeah.
Okay. So double-digit growth is what you're expecting in FY24 and FY25 as well in the exports business?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is the export business coming in at higher margin versus the domestic business, Mr. Juneja? Because if you're expanding in those difficult chemistries or difficult biology, would that mean higher margins there?
Margins would be almost the same, a bit here and there. Not much of would be there.
Okay. All right. What about the consumer health business? It's up close to around 2%. The first half of the year, it's up close to around 5%. Not a very large part of your business, but how do you see that business grow? For the year, what kind of a guidance can you give us?
I mean, consumer business is dearest to us. We love this business. This business basically has given us a lot of name. Even sometimes when you come on some kind of a news for mankind, you always say, man force, mankind has done this. So first of all, this. The second basically is what in last 3 years, our CAGR is around 17% plus. And we are now in expansion mode. Why so? Because we want to create an infrastructure, because we are launching some product, Nimulid, which we acquired from Panacea. We want to aggressively promote this product as a lubricant. Health OK, which we shifted from OTX to OTC. We want to just put a lot of stress on that. So when you start doing something more, when you become more aggressive, so before that, you basically create certain infrastructure. And what is that? New IT systems, more hygiene, and then you go for the next division. That's our call here. So we are never a kind of a company which believes in short term. Our focus basically is what? Our fundamentals should be very, very strong. We always believe like that.
Okay. So, Mr. Juneja, in that case, since you're talking about long-term growth and products in that particular direction itself, you have sizable cash in your books, 1,727 crore rupees. Like Panacea's domestic business, are you looking at any other inorganic plans of expanding? What is the plan to use this cash for? Will it be for capex? Will you reward shareholders with some dividend or bonus?
We just want to preserve the cash and look for the opportunities. If you have some, tell me. We'll definitely that.
No, if you have, you tell us. And then we can definitely take that discussion forward, asking you what made you think about that particular company or opportunity.
When the right time would come, we'll definitely come on your channel and tell you that. Number of things are happening right now. I mean, we cannot really put light on those companies and products. But yes, I mean, we are absolutely looking for M&As, but right. It should be at right value. It should really add value to mankind. It should have flavor of consumer and chronic, then only. Not for the sake of using the money.
Okay. We'll keep a closer eye on that then. Rajeev, and thanks so much for joining in. We know you're on the prowl, but it has to come right time, right price as well. Thanks so much for joining in.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
For the time being, the stock has moved to the high point of the day. Let's slip into a short break. You come back, we'll continue our focus on markets. Don't go anywhere.